But let's get into our bets for Monday night, Higgins.
Yes, starting off in the NBA, there's only two lines that we have really, Brett, on Sunday night for Monday's games. It's the Dallas Mavericks game against Orlando Magic, and then Utah Jazz at the New Orleans Pelicans. And Brett, of course, I found my way onto both of these games. Which one would you like to talk to me first about?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll look at Dallas Orlando first. Higgins, the spread in this one's 6.5. I know you're on the over on under of 226, so I'll let you talk about that in a second. But I really think Dallas could have turned a corner in that Celtics game, Higgins, that we talked about on that last episode. I think, you carry some momentum from some wins like that where your superstar just leads you down this stretch and everyone kind of feels a little bit better about themselves. Porzingis is coming back. So Dallas minus 6.5 isn't out of the realm of possibility for me in this one, Higgins, but I don't like it enough to put down a full unit, so I'm staying away.
Okay, yeah, you mentioned I'm on the over-under in this game, and it's one of the few times you're gonna find me on the under. Under 226, and that's because if you look at the 30 NBA teams that there are in the league, only 8 of them are hitting their unders more than they're hitting the overs this year. Both Dallas and Orlando are 2 of those 8 teams. Now, they're the ones that are right on the borderline. Dallas has hit 17 unders to 15 overs. Orlando's hit 18 unders to 15 overs and 1 push. I like those odds though, 226. I'd have expected it to be a bit lower for teams that are hitting their unders a bit more, so find me on that under. And then I agree, Dallas minus 6.5, probably a good play because since that moneyline magic that we talked about with Luka, they've been playing a lot better. I think we probably have something to say about that. I think we could take some credit maybe, but they've been playing pretty well recently.
Yeah, I think, they're going to get healthier with Porzingis coming back. Maybe Luca had to play himself into shape in the beginning of the season a little bit. There's some of that too, maybe. But he was playing so well, nearly averaging a triple double. So I'm really not gonna say he was that out of shape. But I do think there is something to be said, Higgins, when you win a big game, and you make the right plays and big plays down the stretch. Like everyone just feels a little bit better the next day, and your confidence is a little higher.
Absolutely. And speaking about your confidence being a little higher, the team that their confidence should be really high is the Utah Jazz. I mean, on the season, they're playing fantastic. Against the spread, they're playing fantastic. So, bettors, you should be walking in a little bit higher when you see a Jazz line, especially when it's only at minus 6.5. That's where you're going to find me, too. I like the Jazz minus 6.5 in New Orleans here. When you consider the Pelicans are the 4th worst team against the spread in the entire league. They trail only Houston, Cleveland, and Sacramento. New Orleans is 14 and 19 against the spread. Utah is 25 and 9 against the spread, and they've just been proving it so far. So minus 6.5, really not that big of a deal for me. I think they're going to cover that, no problem.
Yeah, Utah's been great this year, Higgins. There's no disputing it. To be honest, this one I would have probably had the spread a little bit closer, but Utah's been covering spreads at such a high rate, I couldn't take New Orleans. So it was either Utah or nothing, and I really do think it'll be a little bit closer than 6.5, but Utah, like I said, has been proving everyone wrong all year, covering spreads at a ridiculous rate, Higgins. So minus 6.5 is probably the right side, especially because I like it on the other way, and the house has made money off of me this year.
And Utah has already faced New Orleans twice. Both of those games were in Utah. They won by 16 points, and then on the next 2 nights later, they won by 11 points. So minus 6.5 on the road. Based off that data from earlier this year as well, I'm pretty comfortable with making that pick. We'll see.